Hello, welcome to SpaceXbox and Kerbal Space Program on the Xbox One. I am Uncle Mike, and this is my new Kerbal Space Program career. I already have a Kerbal career playlist on my YouTube channel, but that was mostly, if not exclusively, all unmanned probes, and the problem was that Xbox just couldn't handle all the polygons eventually in the game, so I ended that career. But now with the commercial space program in real life, with astronauts Bob and Doug up in space having gone with Crew Dragon, I decided to go ahead and do a new Kerbal Space Program career that would have the same vision as SpaceX in real life, which is to put humans, or in this case, Kerbans, on the surface of Mars, or in this case, Tuna. So, we are going to do a new Kerbal career with that same vision. A few things that'll be different with this Kerbal career. One is that all of the missions will be crewed, so they'll all have at least one Kerbin, which should make it pretty interesting. And the other thing is that I will split up the videos or the missions actually into two videos. The first video will be the briefing and build, and the second video of the mission will then be the flight and the debrief. So this is a career, so we have to earn funds and reputation and science. And so let's go ahead and get into our new SpaceXbox Kerbal Space Program career. All right, so here we are in the spaceport. And let's go ahead. We need to come over here and get our first contracts. And so let's go ahead, gather scientific data from Kerbin, and let's go ahead and launch our first vessel. I'll refer to vessels as vehicles from now on. So there we go. So let's go ahead and return now to the spaceport or space center. And let's go ahead and build our first vehicle and complete our first contracts. So clearly this mission here is going to be one, to launch our first vehicle and to gather science during that flight. All right, so here we are. It is a little bit different for me now. The reason being is there's been some updates to Kerbal Space Program on the Xbox One. And so I think now we've got some Delta V and some other information that we can unlock. We've also got some different components. But let's go ahead and build our first vehicle that will be crewed. So here we go. We go ahead and need to start with a capsule. There's our Mark 1. Now, one of the things that I like to do here is I like to orient my vehicle such that the, what do you want to call it, the windshield, in this case of crewed, here is that, therefore, when we do our pitch program at launch, our Kerbins are pitching over onto their back. That is east, so that's why I like to do that. So we go ahead and rotate our capsule. We don't have hardly anything available to us right now. We have no fuel tanks. All we have is a little rocket booster here. So let's go ahead and put that booster on. There's our engine. And I think now what there is down here you can click on, I think this, yep. And now you can get your delta V, your specific impulse, your thrust to weight ratio, and also your burn time. And as you can see, the thrust to weight ratio is 7. That's going to put like 7 Gs here on the human or the Kerbin that we decide to put into this vehicle. And I don't want that. That would not be a fun ride at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to go ahead and limit that thrust. So let's try about 25%. 1.83. I like about 1.5, but since it's a solid rocket booster, we will go with that. So I don't need so much fuel because now the burn time is 34 seconds. I really don't need that much. So I'm going to go to maybe about half of the solid rocket fuel, or SF. I think so. About 17-second burn. That looks good. We will need to change the color to Uncle Mike Orange, of course. Is there a change of colors here? Yes, there is. So let's go with gray and white for our capsules. Looking sharp right there. Let's go ahead and go through and see what else we've got. We got command and control. No, we don't. Do we have any structural stuff? Yes, but I don't need that. Robotics? No. I don't have any coupling yet. No payload. We definitely need some fins. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 fins. I'm going to change symmetry to 3. I'm also going to go ahead and put the fins symmetrical, so the dorsal fin here will be lined up with the windshield. Let's just go through this. Ground, we have nothing there. Thermal, nothing there. Electrical, nothing there. Communication, nothing there. Science, that is definitely what we need here. So let's go ahead and put, let's see, on the ground, in flight, in the water. So let's go ahead and put 3 science on here. So let's go ahead and make it symmetrical right here on our flag. Something like that. Now, one of the things I also like to do is, let's change this so it's a little bit embedded. So I came up here and I'm going to use the move tool here. I am going to go ahead and click on it. And so now I can move this. And I can press both bumpers. There we go. I like that. It's a little more flush, a little more streamlined. So I like that design better. All right, what else we've got down here? What is this? Cargo, no cargo. Definitely need a parachute. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to want to make sure I can deploy the parachute whenever I want. So that is what I'm doing here. So I want to make sure that no matter where I am in the flight, I can go ahead and deploy that. All right, let's go ahead and name this. Come up here. And what do we want to name this? Let's name this, well, because we are, I like name this the Phoenix Alpha Mark 1. Why am I labeling it as the Phoenix? Well, the main reason is because there is another YouTuber that I watch. He's a series, they're a series of real life pilots in their kit planes, everything from kit foxes to carbon cubs, and I got to fly with one of the flying cowboys on my vlog. And so Nick, about 2 years ago, actually had a crash, and it was real bad. He's basically been rebuilding his body, but he's also now rebuilding a new kit fox, and he has called his kit fox the Phoenix, which I think is amazing. So since we are doing the rise here of SpaceXbox and a new Kerbal career, why not also rename our vehicles Phoenix? So here is the Phoenix Alpha Mark 1, and of course that will be our first vehicle. Let's go ahead now and save that. So there is our first vehicle, and now let's go ahead and pick our crew, and I'm going to take out Jebediah. I think Jebediah is default, but I want to pilot. I want to go ahead and put Valentina right in the front office. So there we go. Right, so Valentina is ready to go. I think we are ready to go here. Let's go ahead and turn off this stuff, because one of the things we need to do is we need to change staging. So we definitely want the engines to fire first, and then the second stage would be the parachute. So I think there is our first vehicle for our first mission of SpaceXbox here on Kerbal Space Program on the Xbox One. All right, so there is our first video for our first mission, as like I said, I'm going to split up these videos into, or these missions into 2 videos, the briefing and the build, and then the second video will be the flight and debrief. So I will see you in video number 2.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors.